As we grow older, we need to think about bone strength, and we've all been taught all of our lives that to build strong bones we need to drink milk because milk has calcium. But calcium intake is only part of the picture. We need to also reduce the loss of minerals from bone as well. So let's get the bigger picture. Bone strength is related to our genetics, our ethnicity, and also bones are constantly being remodeled. An extra mineral is being laid down in response to how much strain we put through our bones. So weight-bearing exercise is important for building strong bones. Calcium is lost from our bones if we don't get adequate sun exposure, which will convert cholesterol in our skin into vitamin D. So we can do both things. We can walk outdoors and get some sunshine to build good, strong bones. You know, smoking weakens bones, so if you smoke, think seriously about giving that up. Smokers have a 40% higher chance of fracturing bones. They also go through the menopause earlier, by about 18 months. Animal protein tends to leach calcium from bones because the sulfur-containing amino acids that are in them are 5 times higher in animal protein than they are in plant protein. And they're acidic, so the body has to neutralize the acid by using calcium, which it draws from bones, and then excretes it via the kidneys. In population studies, countries that have a higher animal protein have higher fracture rates. One study showed that someone who eliminates animal protein can cut their calcium excretion by half. Other items that kick up a loss of calcium from the kidneys are salt and caffeine. So it's a good idea to train your taste buds to eat less salt and to drink less caffeine. Ideally give up the caffeine, you don't need it. But if you do keep drinking caffeine, less than 2 cups a day of coffee, please. Now, a natural progesterone cream like wild yam cream that's rubbed into the skin every day after the menopause can increase bone density. There was this 3-year study of postmenopausal women treated with natural progesterone cream, and their bone density increased by 15%, which can have a major effect on fracture risk. Apparently, it stimulates the osteoblasts, the cells that lay down healthy new bone, to really kick up activity. Finally, the best way to eat and retain calcium is by eating green leafy vegetables and legumes. Or, if we say it quickly, our greens and our beans, because the calcium in beans is almost twice as good as it is in milk. Doesn't that look beautiful? There are our greens and our beans, some tofu with soybean and our broccoli. But you know, there are lots of ways to get these good minerals. Magnesium is another very good mineral for bones. So here are some vegetarian sources of both calcium and magnesium combined. Let's start with the broccoli. A cup of boiled broccoli, 95 milligrams calcium, 40 of magnesium. Chickpeas, a cup, 80 of each. Collards, 360 of calcium, 50 of magnesium. 10 dates, 30 of each. 10 figs, 270 of calcium and 110 of magnesium. Yummy. An orange, 60 of calcium and 15 of magnesium. Who would have thought? Some instant oatmeal, 2 packets, 330 of calcium and 70 of magnesium. A cup of pinto beans, 80 of calcium, 90 magnesium. A good big handful of raisins will be 50 of calcium, 35 magnesium. So not as good as the dates. Soybeans, a cup of soybeans, 180 of calcium, 150 of magnesium. And tofu, just half a cup of tofu, 260 of calcium, 120 of magnesium. And finally, molasses. Just 1 tablespoon of molasses contains 40 milligrams of calcium. So you can see there's a wide variety of foods that are going to give you those healthy minerals, good for the bones, containing calcium, magnesium, and also lots of potassium.